Right. Grade 12. Grade 12. Grade 12. We are still using the clever mathematics as the source of our presentations. Okay? Now, working with cycles, people, in grade 12. Let's take, for instance, that you are given this figure, a cycle graph, represented by the cycle equation. You see this a cycle equation here, and the straight line graph, straight line represented by this equation here, intersect at A and B. This intersect at A and B, right? And the center of the cycle, this is the center of the cycle at M, and C is the midpoint of the chord AB. Midpoint of the chord, midpoint of the chord. Where is the midpoint? Midpoint is here, equals to this one, because it's the midpoint. All right, people. Immediately you read such a statement, you need to interpret by using the vocabulary that you have acquired previously. What is the vocabulary? This is the center. Can we find the center from this one quickly? Yes, yes. The center from that one is 4 and 6. It's easy. It's easy, people. We're only taking the opposite sign. Do you remember that if it's -4, we're taking +4. Ne? -6, we're taking the center. Can you interpret another thing? This is the point of intersection. This is the point of intersection. But people, as I've indicated in geometry once, that every time you need to draw a radius. If you see the center, draw a radius. How much is this radius, people? How much is this radius? Oh, you can use this one to get the radius. All right. How much is it? R squared is equals to 25. This is not the radius, people. It's R squared. It's a radius squared. So radius is the square root of 25, meaning that the radius is 5. This is 5. People, how do you find the coordinates here, the coordinates here, the coordinates here, and the coordinates there, and the coordinates there? You see, people, I'm telling you, the coordinate D you can find without problem. During examination, that's what you must expect. They will ask you to find the coordinate of A, the coordinate of B, the coordinate of E, the coordinate of D, the coordinate of M, the radius. The radius. That's what you must expect. So, this means that you need the little bit of the vocabulary of the analytical. You need a little bit of vocabulary. Okay. Now, people, you are asked, the first question is, determine the coordinate of M, the center of the cycle. We have already got the center of the cycle. M is 4 and 6. The second question, give the radius. Radius is okay. The radius of this circle is okay. Determine the coordinate of A and B. Determine the coordinate of A and B. How do we determine this one? We have two equations, people. This is the first equation, and this is the second equation. And what do you need to do? Simultaneous. All right. Let's see if you work it out simultaneously. Ne? This is equation number 1. This is equation number 2. This is equation number 1. Ne? Then you can sort out this one. One of these unknown values must be the subject of the formula. Which one can you make it the subject of the formula? Let's make x, because it's easy. It's easy. You just take the y to that side and then you remain with x. X is equals to 21 minus 2y. Ne? This becomes your equation number 3. Now, people, substitute equation number 3 into equation number 1. Let's try to substitute and see. Where we see x, then we put this guy here. Okay. So 21 minus 2y minus 4 all squared plus y minus 6 squared equals to 25. Let's work this. Okay. This one is possible to say 21 and this one, 21 and minus 4 is 17. Ne? 17 minus 2y all squared plus y minus 6 squared equals to 25. We can sort this thing out here. We can sort it out, people. I'm telling you, we can sort it out. Eh? This one is 289. This multiplied by this, ne? And this multiplied by this one. You are in grade 12, man. You must have the second eye. This one multiplied by this one, and this one multiplied by this one. How much is it? 68y. Okay. This one multiplied by this one, positive 4y squared. This one here is y squared minus 12y plus 36 equals to 25. When you work this out, let's start with the y squared. Y squared, 5 y squared. Let's get to this one, and that one there is 80 minus 80y. This one, and this one, I think it gives 300 equals to 0. People, let's divide by 5 throughout. Ne? I need this space. Ne? I need this space here. If you divide by 5, it will give you y squared minus 16y plus 16 equals to 0. Can we factorize? Let's factorize. Y minus 10, y minus 6, y is equals to 10, or y is equals to 6. Let's take an advantage that we have this one and substitute there. Okay, let me use the different color this time. All right. X is equals to 21 minus 2 into 10. 21 in minus 2 into 10, it gives 20 here, 21 or 1. Okay, or x is equals to 21 minus 2 into 6. How much is that? This and 12 is 9. Now people, 1 and 10. 1 and 10. This one here is 9 and 6. How did I find them? I can see people. This automatically, you can guess. You can guess is 1 year. You can guess is 60. You can guess people. You can guess if this be careful there. That one is 9, right? This one here is 6. This one there is 10. Okay, you can see them. All right. Now people, is it possible for us to find the C if we have A and B? Yes, definitely. Do you remember how to find the C? Is the midpoint of this. What is the midpoint? In order to find the X, I need this space here. 9 plus 1 divided by 2. 9 plus 1 is 5 here. Alright? And the other one is 6 plus 6 plus 10 is 2. Alright? So this is 16 plus 16 divided by 2 is 8. Alright? So we have this one here. The question that follows, people, is write down the coordinate of C, which is the midpoint of AB. Prove that MC is perpendicular to AB. Okay? How do we prove that one? Alright. It's easy, people, to prove that this is perpendicular. You can use Pythagoras. The distance squared there is equals to the sum of the square here plus the sum of the square here. Or you can use the gradient. Let's use the gradient because it's easy. The gradient of MC, people, you remember, I told you that you need the grade 10's work. The gradient of MC, 8 minus 6 divided by 5 minus 4. So the top one is 2, the bottom one is 1. So the answer is 2. Then let's check the gradient of AB. Gradient of AB, 6 minus 10 divided by 9 minus 1. Ne? So the top one is minus 4. The bottom one is 8. So the answer is minus half. If you can multiply this multiply by this, is equals to minus 1. You got the things right. Determine the length of AB. Determine the length of AB. Do you see those question, people? Revive all the grade 10's work. Determine the length of AB. After you have determined, you will be requested to calculate the coordinate of DE. the x-intercepts. Okay, all right, people. So it's easy and cheap. So let me determine, I need a space here. Determine the length of AB. Do you still remember? S, meaning that the distance, the square root of x at b minus x at a squared plus y at b minus y at a all squared. All right. How much is the x at a? The x at a is 1 minus 9 squared plus 10 minus 6 squared. All in all, this is the square root of 80. Remember that the square root of 80 is the same as the square root of 16 multiplied by 5. And the square root of 16 is 4, the square root of 5. This is in the simplest sat form. People, you are requested to find the coordinates of D and E. From the equation, x minus 4 squared plus y minus 6 squared equals to 25. Definitely this, you let this x to be equal to 0. This will be 0 minus 4 squared, all right, plus y minus 6 squared equals to 25. How much is the 16? You take the 16 to that side, y minus 6 all squared equals to 25 minus 16. How much is 25 minus 16? Is 9. Y minus 6 squared. Now you can root both sides, ne? All right. Y minus 6 is equals to plus or minus the square root of 9. Y minus 6 is equals to, why don't we just say, to save time, y is equals to 6 plus or minus 3. All right. Y is equals to 6 plus 3, which is equals to 9. Y is equals to 6 minus 3, which is equals to 3. So one is 0 and 9, one coordinate, and another coordinate is 0 and 3. So this one here is E, and the top one is D. You got everything right, people. I hope you can now try your best. There is assessment for exercise 10.2. 10.2. You try, I just want to give you the simplest of them all. You try number one, and you also try number 6. Is 1 and 6. Exercise 10.2, 1 and 6. The submission. You remember the submission time? I think I gave it to you on the plan, on the weekly plan. You still remember? You still remember? I can give it to you now. No. The submission is 15 April 2020. Time, closing time 20H00. Let's see. I'm expecting to see miracles. I hope this section is not giving you troubles. Ne? Yeah, I hope it's not giving troubles at all. Thank you very much. Let's meet in the next clip.